first chance of the game. It's special.
Gunners to top Premier League table at Christmas again. Arsenal will be top of the Premier League table at Christmas once again, thanks to a hard-fought 1-0 win away to Everton on Saturday, going back above Manchester City. City had momentarily gone top, thanks to their comfortable 3-0 success over West Ham earlier in the day. But Arsenal did enough to leave Hill Dickinson Stadium with all 3 points. Mikel Arteta would likely have preferred it to be a more emphatic victory, though Everton hardly threatened the Arsenal goal at all. As such, Arsenal will be top at Christmas for the 3rd time in 4 years. They will hope it provides them with better luck than the last 2 times. After a flat opening, Arsenal were gifted the opportunity to take the lead in the 24th minute, when Jacob Ryan clumsily handled at a corner. Victor Gyökeres smashed home the resulting penalty, a good omen considering Arsenal had won all their previous 18 games this season, all competitions, when scoring first. But it's fair to say neither Gunners nor Everton put on much of a spectacle for the remainder of the first half, with clear chances at a premium. In fact, Everton reached the break without managing a single shot. It was only the 2nd time on record since 2003 to 2004 they would fail even 1 attempt in the first half of a home league. Arsenal's half-time lead had them in a strong position, given they would not lost any of their last 34 Premier League away games when leading at the break. The second half was a moderate improvement in terms of entertainment, though Arsenal almost killed the game off 4 minutes after the break, when bukayo Saka saw an effort cleared off the line. Everton enjoyed pressure of their own, and had a couple of penalty shouts turned down, but still they struggled to create openings. They had 2 more let-offs soon after the hour. First, Leandro Trossard squandering a glorious opportunity when fed by Declan Rice, his effort rocketing back off the post. Martin Zubimendi then followed suit, though his chance was considerably tougher. Arsenal had to dig deep towards the end to resist Everton's late pushing, but the fact the hosts ended the game with just 0.2 expected goals reflects how well Arteta's side coped on the whole. Since the start of his first season with Sporting CP 2023-2024, Victor Gyökeres has converted all 19 penalties. He has taken in league competition 17 out of 17 in the Primera Liga, and out of 2 in the Premier League. In all competitions, Arsenal have scored first in 19 games this season, going on to win all 19 of those matches. Arsenal have won a Premier League game 1-0 courtesy of a goal from the penalty spot for the first time since August 2023 at Crystal Palace, with captain Martin Odegaard scoring that day. 2025-2026 is the 5th season Arsenal will sit top of the Premier League table on Christmas Day, also in 2000-2003, 2007-2008, 2020-2023, and 2023-2024. However, the Gunners have failed to go on and win the title in any of the previous 4. Arsenal regained top spot in the Premier League courtesy of a hard-fought 1-0 victory over Everton at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. The slender win was decided in the first half at a Victor Gyökeres fired home from the penalty spot after Jacob Ryan handled in the box. Everton had 2 massive penalty appeals turned away in the second half, but the Gunners held on for the 3 points. The Gunners took the lead courtesy of Victor Gyökeres' 27th minute penalty, following a comedy handball from O'Brien, who connected both hands with the ball high above his head in the box. Jordan Pickford did his best to slow down the taking of the spot kick, remonstrating with the referee, but the Sweden international stepped up confidently and thrashed the ball past home to hand the North Londoners a deserved lead. In truth, the Toffees weren't at their best and failed to muster a single shot on target in the first 45 minutes. But will feel hard done by that they weren't awarded a penalty in the early stages of the second half, when Martin Zubimendi tripped Thierno Barry on the edge of the box. Everton boss David Moyes was fuming as referee Samuel Barrett waved the appeals away. And there was a long review. Barry appeared to be caught by William Saliba, but again the match officials and VAR said no foul had been committed. The victory means the Gunners leapfrog Manchester City to top the table at Christmas with key Premier League clashes against Brighton, Aston Villa and Bournemouth to come over the festive period after they play Crystal Palace in the delayed Carabao Cup quarter-final clash on Tuesday. David Raya had a relatively comfortable evening, even if the defence in front of him did have a couple of wobbles, took care of everything asked of him. Riccardo Calafiori had plenty of defending to do as Everton made many of their runs down the right-hand side, average position well in his own half and stood up to the test well. Piero Hincapié held a high line to counter the threat of McNeil and Iroegbunam, lucky to not see yellow for a shirt grab in the second half. William Saliba was a tough evening and he was very lucky to not concede a penalty after appearing to kick Barry in the box. Made to sweat as VAR took an age to make its mind up on the spot kick decision. Jurrien Timber, brilliant at both ends of the pitch, pushed high to support Saka and made some incisive passes. Martin Odegaard will be pleased with his side's performance and was another who had to put the hard yards in as the Gunners defended their lead. Subbed in the 88th minute, Martin Zubimendi put in a typical fully committed performance and was lucky to not concede a penalty, despite appearing to clip Barry as the pair arrived in the box. Declan Rice was a slow performance without any real standout moment, but put in the shift his side needed, doing well to break up play and make Everton's life hard as they pushed for an equaliser. Bukayo Saka, a hostile presence around the Everton box all evening and should have scored in the 49th minute, but his low drive was well saved by Pickford. As always, he was full of running, but failed to create many chances. Victor Gyökeres took his penalty very confidently, but had few chances aside from the goal. Did a decent job of running the line. We'll see it as a steady performance, which was only marred by a stupid yellow card for kicking the ball away. Taken off in the 64th minute, Leandro Trossard continues to find himself at the heart of everything good about this Arsenal side. Will be disappointed his curling effort clattered into the post when it deserved a goal, subbed off in the 80th minute. Gabriel Jesus brought on just after the hour mark to replace Gyökeres. Some touches around the Everton box, but no major impact. Gabriel Martinelli replaced Trossard in the 80th minute. Had a few touches of the ball as Arsenal closed up the match to protect their 3 points. Mikel Arteta will be delighted with the resilience and grit shown by his side on a night that was low on high-quality moments and required his team to dig deep against the physical threat posed by the Toffees.